Ready for battle.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to King's College Esports. It is a busy, busy week for the esports program. This time around, it's the Overwatch team underway, as we've got King's College versus State University of New York, Oneonta, for some Overwatch, and we're underway, the best of 5 starting off at Nepal for control. Immediately, Kings taking their fortified positions inside, and the first battle underway. The Diva under fire from Pixie. You've got a Moira on the side of Kings with Reaper, Lucio, Sigma, Reinhardt, and May. And as the first fights are underway, right now Kings off to a solid start, did lose their main tank, but are still on the upper hand. Do have to be careful as it's starting to turn the tide. A lot of high health bars on Oneonta's side, and for Kings, they're not so lucky, but they get the first capture on the point. It is a bloody, bloody fight, and it's going Oneonta's way as they get the big charge in. They take down 3 and take the point for themselves. They're almost at a full-on wipe of Kings as they take firm control for now. The ball control going on a very back-and-forth kind of fight just to start things off, but now Oneonta getting some solid control of the point. A Reinhardt on both sides, as well as Moira and Reaper. And already the ultimate's starting to go online. First one used from the Sigma of Link, and they've got 2 on the board. Trying to sneak their way into the site. Do have to contend with quite a few pieces, including Faintest on the Reaper ult. Gets a good hit, but the hammer knockdown from Snowcarta, trying to clear Monarchs off of this point. Still Oneonta in control for now. 1 still on the point to contest. Make it 2, but both of them are off. And Kings trying to get back in control, but Oneonta doing a good job at rotating the players that go in and down. But it looks like that's about to change with Baptiste down on the floor from Moforo. And Kings have control yet again. As for now, Oneonta, they'll look to just get themselves set to reset and move down. Faintest already pushing inside, has to back away. Will go invisible to do so. They are really trying to choke out Oneonta, but it's a bamboozle. They've gone through the other way and are already on their way to the point, but the Monarchs quick to react to at the very least contest the point to start. As the battle rages on the left side of the points, Sigma and Reinhardt on the Monarch side, and PM-Chick and Link battling it out. The Diva ult used in the backline, it misses entirely, and Faintest gets a 2-man Reaper Cyclone. It's a 3-for-1 so far. Kings holding on to control as they now have the lead, so to speak, here in game 1 of map 1. As Kings trying to force Oneonta all the way down, but the hammer takes down Vergio. And now TPN and Link down on the floor. They've gone a little bit too far. Over-aggressive for the Monarchs. And they pay by losing quite a few. PM-Chick back on the point, though, to contest and look to keep this Monarchs lead, but he falls. The Monarchs have to retreat and regroup. Couple ults ready from Link and Vergio. Vergio waiting at the door. Don't think he's been seen just yet. For now, things staying on the quiet side as now the engage will start moving up. They start on the right side with that Mora Death Ball on its way through, and Vergio with the ult will create a big slow around that entire right side, freezing up quite a bit of Oneonta. But they're not quite out of the fight just yet, still holding on to control, and an attempt from Saturnius to get the ult off, but it doesn't take down anybody. Still Oneonta on the way to force overtime. Faintest responding with an ult of his own will take down the rest. And the Monarchs get the point back with Oneonta at 97. Only 2 alive on Oneonta's side. Monarchs are going to start moving forward yet again. Look to draw the battle line closer and take firm control of the point. But they have to be careful of the other entryway up high, and they've already lost Vergio. It's a 1-for-1 at the moment with Snowcarta gone. Pushing his way through already. was Corridor, but he's already gone. And the Monarchs take game one.
Score 0-1. Ready.
So now on to game two of Nepal, inside the tower in the middle. Monarchs will make a couple changes to their lineup. Faint just moving over to the Symmetra. And Pixie to Zarya. 10 seconds to go. Somebody's made a basket on the Monarch side. In the pregame hub, and the pregame is over. We are on to game number 2. And Faint just using that Symmetra teleport to get them closer to the point. They're there. And now the fight will rage on as both teams look to take firm control of the point. Snowcard has already gone down. Baptiste looking to punch his way through will take down TPN. The 5-on-5 is set for now. Saturni is gone, but a lot of low health bars on the Monarch side. They're going to have to be careful. They're getting a couple of low health bars on Mofuro, and the Monarchs get control of the point first. Look to split the battlefield. The McCree on the board from Corridor. PM Chick very, very low. Will have to be extra careful. And so far, a good start for the Monarchs. It's a 4-on-3 contestation at the moment. Monarchs forced back though. Quite a few bodies falling on both sides, but it's still in the Monarchs' advantage as they hold on to the point. They still contest, and the Roadhog coming on out gets a good hook. That's a Link snagging one through. Already has his ult online, and the Monarchs force away SUNY Oneonta in the first push. No changes on either side. As once again, Baptiste on the sideline from Saturnius, trying to catch them off guard. The Vergio ult in the back line, but all of SUNY Oneonta has already moved up. They've got their own ult from Mofuro to give all the big shields, and they respond with their own TPN, giving the shields to counteract. And the counter ult works in the Monarchs' favor. They once again will push Oneonta off the point. PM Chick pushing up very far as the Monarchs have a clean advantage at the start. They push Mofuro right off of the map. And Kings looking to shut out Oneonta here on game 2.
Such a lack of imagination.
Already 80% of the way through on Nepal's part 2. One more push from Oneonta. It'll start off with Snowcarta on the Reinhardt, taking a lot of damage from the Symmetra lasers, and it's too much to handle. They get one on the point, but already he's gone. Oneonta wiped off the map. It is a clean 100-0 for King's College on game 2.
Victory.
And that alone will give the Monarchs the victory here on map number 1.
Play of the game.
As we have a look at Snowcarta here, this is on game number 1. It's a big hammer, knocks down one into the wall. Gets some good swings, but in the end, couldn't quite get the job done for SUNY Oneonta. Got the first capture, but could not get them to victory as game 1 will go to Kings. And we'll get ourselves set for game number 2. We are off to Bollywood. And we are off to Hollywood for map number 2. Monarchs in the lead in the series 1-0.
Ready for battle.
As we get ourselves ready to roll here for the hybrid game mode on Hollywood. First, the Monarchs will have to make their way onto the point and gain firm control. And they're going to need to get a hold of the point before they can push the payload home. On the Monarch side, they make a couple changes with Mojo Jojo in as Mercy in place of one side of the Monarchs. And Bapa Booey in as well, taking the spot of Aircraft. And off we go. Also on the side of SUNY Oneonta, they make a change of Simon Butt in for Corridor. As we're off to the start with Faintest on the Pharah, going up high. So far, Oneonta off to a good start on the hold, but they're already losing a couple, so that good start's starting to go bad. And Faintest with a great height advantage gets so much damage on the floor, and Vergio doing some great work on the ground. Faintest with the help of Mojo Jojo on this Mercy. They're taking quite a few out, and they might get control of the point. They can at the very least get the first tick, the first checkpoint on capturing the point. Maybe even the second, with all of Oneonta trying to funnel their way through. They're going to need a reset, and it looks like they're going to concede the point. And the Monarchs finish part 1. They now have 5.5 minutes to bring the payload home, or at the very least as far as they can. There's quite a few changes to the lineup, and it's starting to work out in some way for SUNY Oneonta. They trade the kills 2 for 2. As PM Chick very up close and personal, having to deal with the lasers of Pixie on the D.Va. But Pixie's already lost the mech and has to back away. As the Monarchs get a great start off to the payload. But some good damage against the Monarchs. Even still, they have the advantage, having control of the payload. Pixie back in the mech. Faintest ready to bring Hailfire from up top. SUNY Oneonta also using their height advantage, and they take out Faintest and might even get Vergio as well, but Mojo Jojo's bringing Faintest back up from the dead. And the big hammer starts swinging down from Snowcarta, trying to bust on through and get some bodies down, but he can't. And Vergio on the back line will take down 2 before being knocked out by Pixie. And the hammer coming in from PM Chick, looking to knock out a couple as well. Pixie's mech ult does not get enough damage through. We've got a Junkrat ult coming on in. Bapa Booey down. PM Chick and Link very low on health, and PM Chick gone from the fight. Monarchs look like they're going to take their first loss in the team fights on the payloads. Faintest now switching over to the Soldier 76. And that'll be the only change for the Monarchs. Now look to move towards the right side as Eternius goes down. Up top goes Link as Oneonta stay clumped. Up towards the top of the battle, Pixie lost the mech, has to be very careful. Gets shot down from Faintest. Looking to get on the move, the Soldiers fighting, and Faintest wins the battle. And another hammer down from PM Chick. They get all of them. It's close to a team wipe as Pixie's all the way in the base. And they get the clear look to bring the payload to the first checkpoint. The first checkpoint complete for King's College. They now get another 1.5 minutes on the board for one more try to get this payload to victory. After that, SUNY Oneonta will get a chance on the offensive attack and see how well they can do. We'll have to see if we need overtime in that regard. Pixie, once again forced into a corner, off the mech again, and immediately gone out of the fight. Already down to 5, Oneonta very defensive, just waiting for the payload to reach towards the end. We'll look to defend from there. Kings off to a great start here in map number 2. Link hits the shield of Snowcarta. NECC taking a lot of damage from Saturnius and Pixie, and it's enough. Pixie's Meckel doesn't quite get anyone, but it does give them enough damage to force the Monarchs off, having lost 3. They're looking to go in from the back line, though, as Vergio boosts back to the Echo, but does not have enough damage. He's gone from the fight. Mojo Jojo falling back. Will go back with his teammates as they are regrouping. Monarchs made it just under 50 meters in that last push. And that distance of how far they win is important as we head into the second part of this game, when the Monarchs attack is finished and we go towards SUNY Oneonta's attack. As the ult's flying in from Bapa Booey, trying to give the Monarchs that extra little bit of damage. And they're getting some good disruptions. They knock Pixie out of the suit and take down Simon Butt, trying to get through and finish this fight. Vergio gone out of the fight, as well as NECC, but Snowcarta is down as well. It's a 5-on-4 now, as the Monarchs are looking to make one final push towards the end. The contestant isn't there. The Monarchs almost finished. Need to get one more kill onto Simon Butt, but now Simon Butt, having given the SUNY Oneonta enough time, both hammers used, looking to clear the Monarchs off the point, but it isn't gonna be enough. Too much damage going down. Snowcarta gone, Pixie gone, Mofuro gone. Monarchs so close, 2 meters away. Oneonta don't have enough. Monarchs finish part 1 with 2 minutes 8 to spare.
Score 0-3. Switching sides. Initiating match.
As we switch to the second half, now it'll be the Monarchs on the defensive side.
Ready for battle.
Is both sides ready to roll for part 2 of Hollywood Hybrid.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
SUNY Oneonta bring the Reinhardt Zarya. Ooh, they got another extra little change. They've got McCree in there, as well as Moira and Baptiste. Baptiste on both sides, as well as McCree. Blink back on the Sigma. NECC on Reinhardt. Mojo Jojo with the Mercy still in Vergio on Reaper.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Take a deep breath. Now, let's achieve our objectives.
Off to start here for part 1, or part 2 rather, of Hollywood. SUNY Oneonta on the attack. Quickly, a good little backline push underway from Saturnius, and they've already got one down. Looking to keep the push moving as the stealth is in SUNY Oneonta's favor. They're already off to a wondrous start on the attack, but not quite able to get all the way through just yet. They've made it to the point, but they need to knock the Monarchs off. The contention underway as SUNY Oneonta push their way onto the point. Vergio's already gone, as well as Link. It's getting a little bit too difficult for the Monarchs to handle. SUNY Oneonta looking to wipe them off with Mofuro's ult underway and ready. But the Monarchs still holding on, and a great ult from Faintest knocks out 2 with the Deadeye from McCree. But it still isn't enough as Simon Butt and Snowcarta clear the way. Only 2 remain on the point for Kings. But it's a 2-on-1, and Vergio clears it up. Monarchs survive the first push. On the second move, once again Saturnius moves towards the back line. Looking to get some good damage down, gets a little disruption, but doesn't seem to be enough just yet. NECC is falling back, however. And the ults are underway, with Link being the first to drop. Papa Booey going quite low, but not out of it just yet. And trying to get one through. Looks like it was Bergio looking to get an ult through. Didn't quite get the damage on it, but did clean up a few kills. Snowcarta and Steinman Butt down on the ground, and they lose 2 more in Saturnius and Pixie. Now Mofro gone as well. Monarchs survived the second wave. Kings' defense holding on strong.
My ultimate is ready.
Damage boost engaged.
Let me show you how it's done.
Third try from Oneonta. And already Mofro's gone. The Baptiste out of the way. And the Monarchs off to a great start. Look to keep pushing their advantage with Faintest on the Soldier. 76 has that ult ready. A great ult so far from Kings. The Snowcard has already gone low. And their main front line from Oneonta has to be careful. He's gone out of the fight. Link takes him out as the Monarchs look to push the advantage further. They've got some great damage, but they know not to overstep their boundaries. Vergio in the back line gets one. Faintest trying to move on up. And already Oneonta forced to the runway right by Spawn. And Faintest looks to keep taking him out. Papa Booey knocks the ult down as well. 2 gone, make it 3. And most of Oneonta have to fall all the way back. Less than a minute to go. Not even able to get on the point are Oneonta. Kings force them back and look to take map 2 just as cleanly as they took map 1. 40 seconds to go. Oneonta, one more try. Vergio waiting in the back line, waiting for a line to be clear and get some good damage in the back. He has 81% already on his ult. It's not quite there just yet, but it is close. And it might not even be needed. However, Saturnius with a nice disruption ult gets a lot of abilities out of the way. And it's still not enough. Vergio gets set. 3-man Cyclone to wipe the floor with Oneonta. Only one remains. It's Snowcarta all the way back. Oneonta unable to finish the job. They can't even get onto the point. Monarchs sweep part 2 of Hollywood and go on a 2-0 lead.
Victory. Play of the game.
And Vergio, yep, you're getting the play of the game after that. As we get to have a look right towards the end, he found 3 in this one corridor, flipped to the other side, spun around to spin for the win, knocking them all down. And with that, we'll get ourselves ready for map number 3. Dorado's up next. Map number 3 underway. We are getting ourselves set for Dorado Escort. As SUNY Oneonta have decided they want to swap sides.
Someone
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
And the Monarchs will get started on the defense.
I'm not a miracle worker. I could use
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Off we go here for part 1
The payload.
here on Dorado. On the attack first will be SUNY Oneonta. They have the Winston, Diva, Tracer, Reaper, Moira, and Baptiste. On the Monarch side, they also bring a Baptiste. They've got Ash, Reinhardt, Roadhog, Mojo, Jojo on Mercy, and Junkrat on the way. As trying to get an early advantage was Pixie, but already out of the mech, has to fall all the way back. And now the Monarchs will look for their first contention to get the first big team fight underway. Snowcarta on the Winston has to back away. Now looks to dive on in on the top side, and that doesn't quite work out in his favor. He has to back up with the rest of his team. Monarchs have a good hold for now as Cordo goes low, but takes down Link. A nice big fire beam on the way from PM Chick, but he's down too. Pixie moving his way on up, and the Monarchs up. Not quite on the best of starts. It's a great push as Saturnius made a quick flip to the Hanzo, and it pays off. 3 down on the Monarch side, make it 4 as the payload will reach the first checkpoint.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Hello. Hey.
As the Monarchs get themselves set, Saturnius looking to move towards the back line. He's got a good angle right now, but he'll be spotted out. And already, Faintest with the Wheel of Destruction knocks out 2. But Vergio's already gone as well. It's a 5-on-4 at the moment. And Mojo Jojo knocked out of the way, but Pixie's gone. Mojo Jojo will later fall. Snowcarta following. And the Monarchs get a good push. Trying to move on up. Link mixes the hook, but Faintest white hot so far on the Junkrat. Gets a lot of good damage moving. Pixie with a nice block on some of the grenades on their way through. Monarchs trying to push this payload back to the checkpoint. They won't be able to reverse it. The Snowcarta up top has that ult ready. And he's already on the way. He's going for rage mode, knocking the rest of the Monarchs through into the team. Saturnius with the ult as well on the Hanzo. The Dragon doesn't get anybody, however, but still a lot of good damage underway. Pixie's mech on the way down. 3 men down! But Vergio gets 2 on the Ash from up top, and they can't quite get a good push going. And even though Pixie had some excellent damage, it wasn't enough. It's still contested. And Pixie loses the mech, tries to escape, goes down. Corridor up top, back in for Simon Butt. And now, ooh, they almost pulled in Corridor for the kill, but not quite able to finish it. Monarchs with some good progress, still have to hold off for 3 more minutes. Up top goes Snowcarta, trying to catch out Vergio. Does have some support, though, from Mojo Jojo. The Baptiste trying to bring in that zone, but it's knocked out immediately by Pixie. Still looking for that backline push as Corridor, but up front, right towards the carts. PM Chick with the big hammer knocks down 4 and pins one to the wall. Down goes Mofro, but he falls in response. Faintest with 2 off the wheel. Corridor Cyclone gets 2 in response as Snowcarta has to fall back. Corridor in the backline stunned up and barely dodges out of the way from PM Chick's charge. Will survive for now, and with Pixie's help, won't be able to quite get through, but the payload once again secured by Kings.
Got you good as new.
Mofro has the Baptiste barrier ready. Snowcarta ready for rage mode. On the Monarch side, Mojo Jojo switches to the Baptiste and has his barrier up and ready. And Mofuro's already gone. Pixie up top, looking to take down 3. And the Rage Mode already knocks out Mojo Jojo, and Vergio falls soon after. Oneonta trying to charge on through, but a nice use of the Roadhog push from Link will knock away a lot of Oneonta's push attempt. Snowcarta back up top. Didn't quite stay up there, though, as PM Chick falls, as well as TPN on the Brejita. And Link will have to fall back. It looks like the Monarchs will need to concede for now. As Furo on that Moira. Haven't said his name much, but he gets his name on the kill feed. Now, a lot of the Monarchs down and out, but have to regroup at the checkpoint. They'll look to hold them off here. 1:20 to go, but it could be that Pixie gets that extra time. The Bob Bot on the way. And now, Mojo Jojo's barrier coming through. Pixie's got the good placement of the ult, and 2 go down, but Faintus gets 2 in response. And Link knocks down Snowcarta. The Deadeye from Saturni also knock out TPN. And not many people are alive towards this payload. The fight rolling on. Mojo Jojo can't quite stay alive long enough as the melee matchup underway. 4 meters away from the checkpoint is this payload. But the Monarchs holding on for now. 40 seconds on the clock. And Link getting in dangerously close. And the danger is on his side. The Daredevil knocks out Snowcarta, but they have to contend with 2 up top. Pixie has to fly away. 1 more push from Oneonta. And Saturnius already gone. The switch to the Tracer doesn't quite work out for Saturnius, as the back line now has to push on up. Snowcarta jumps on in, has Rage Mode ready. It's probably gonna need to use it, but with 6 seconds to go, Oneonta just don't quite have the push. They're gonna try one more time though. They've got Corridor in with the Reaper, who's got the Cyclone, and it might be enough. No, only 1 goes down. But Snowcarta with the Rage Mode, trying to clear the Monarchs off of the payload. Link trying desperately to stay on top, as the Monarchs have pushed it back quite a bit. With Pixie up top, loses the mech, but they don't quite have enough. Trying to do everything is faintest, and it might not be enough. Thor on the payload for Oneonta as Vergio goes down. But Faintus is still surviving for quite a bit, buying some time for the Brejita of TPN to show on up. And this overtime is going to be going on for quite a while. This battle on the payload will not stop, but it's going Oneonta's way. They knock out 3. It's only TPN to take down, and he is gone. The Wrecking Ball coming on in from Link. He immediately gets bursted down. And Oneonta are going to have a little bit extra time as Vergio falls. Faintus trying his darndest to get it through, but another 1.5 minutes on the board for Oneonta. 1 more checkpoint to go. As Link on the Wrecking Ball looks to slam on down, didn't quite get the right spot and has to fall back. Monarchs taking a lot of damage. Vergio in a sticky situation will have to retreat. And Pixie's mech is on the way down for the big ult, and 2 go down. Corridor in the back line knocks down a 3rd. Kings on the back foot. Link down as well. Oneonta on their final push might just finish it off. PM Chick gone. Vergio has to fall all the way back. He is on a sliver of health, doesn't have much to work with. We'll get some extras, a support from Mojo Jojo, but the payload right on the doorstep. 1 more push from the Monarchs. Corridor tried to cyclone through, couldn't quite get it done. And Link switching to the Sigma. PM Chick needs a good hammer, he got it! 3 on the floor, but it's not enough. The Monarchs cannot follow it up. Vergio trying to get some work done on that Cyclone. And it's close, they might have it with Faintest on the Mei. The ice might have enough in it with PM Chick on this Reinhardt. And the Monarchs have pushed him back. That could be enough. It's so close to the end. 1 more try. Flying on in is Mofuro. He slides on in, but he's already gone. Overtime clock ticking down. Reset 1 more time with Furo on the Moira. They get a couple more on the payload, though. Corridor down, just Pixie to go. Trying to push on through, has Snow Carter to work with. The big fight underway one more time. Pixie's out of the mech and out of the fight. Only Snow Carter to go. But he's in the rage mode. He's got a lot of health and a lot of ways to push the bodies around. As Oneonta back on in. Monarchs trying to survive. Faintest with the Ice Cyclone. Freezes up a few as Snow Carter way up in the air. 3 gone. Look for 4. Block out the 5th. And the Monarchs defend the line with just 2 meters to go.
0 to 2. Switching sides.
So now the Monarchs will need to get to that point of 78.6 before the time runs out. They've got the whole time to work with, and if they can get the payload straight onto the finish, this map is done here. Both teams getting their lineup set. As now the Monarchs move to the attack.
Ready for battle.
Farah, Mercy, Roadhog, Reinhardt, Reaper, and Baptiste. For Oneonta, Winston, Diva, Tracer, McCree, Moira, Baptiste.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Someone call the ambulance. Someone call the ambulance. I will protect the innocent. Your guardian angel. Use the timer. Put your security.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we're underway with part 2. Monarchs on the move, on the attack. Faintest already sky high, looking to zone away Snow Carter, who puts up the barrier and will take a defensive spot with Pixie to join him. Faintest already has gone pretty low, but with Mojo Jojo linked up, it'll be hard to knock him down. Vergio's already out of the way, however, and Pixie and Snow Carter doing some excellent damage up top. Vergio back in the fight, however, off of Mojo's revive. TPN's little boost already out of the way. But Snow Carter's gone, and Pixie on this mech. Not much health left on it, has to retreat. Monarchs get a good push to move towards the first tunnel. And Corridor already knocked out with the Roadhog hook and slam. Bofro gone as well. Towards the back line. Saturnius gone low, but not out of it. The sticky bomb almost ready. As Pixie's out of the mech, has to fall back. Snow Carter dives on in, has a little bit of support, but Saturnius already gone. And Faintest with the rocket barrage knocks out Snow Carter out of the fight. Monarchs reach the first checkpoint. 5 minutes on the clock to reach part 2. Corridor switching to the Soldier 76. Monarchs keep the lineup. Hero getting a little bit low on the Moira, just looking to keep everyone all healed up. It's the role of those supports, able to keep everyone alive. You don't see their names pop up often, but the impact they have ends up being tremendous, especially with Mojo Jojo on the Mercy, assisting in the damage to Faintest. Already Corridor out of the fight, and now Snow Carter trying to dive into the back line, into the rage mode, trying to slam away a few, knocks out the support from Baptiste in TPN. Faintest gone, but picked up immediately off the stick bomb. Snow Carter will dive on back, and back to the normal Winston he goes. Faintest looking to get some rockets down. Snow Carter dives in yet again. PM Chick on the battle against him. Saturnius already out of the fight in the back. And there goes Snow Carter going for a ride through the air. Saturnius will switch to the McCree. Corridor already gone. Saturnius, as we've already mentioned, back to McCree. Snow Carter onto Reinhardt. Monarchs close to the second checkpoint, but not quite there just yet. Looking for the sweep are the Monarchs. They're off to a good start, nearing that second checkpoint. And the Baptiste barrier put down. Snow Carter went to Sigma and is gone. The second checkpoint secured for the Monarchs. The team has 5 minutes to finish this up. And Faintus with 2 on the Rocket Barrage. Off to a good start on that front. Has taken down 3. And the mech, or Vergio, will finish him off. Vergio towards the back, trying to seal the win already. Hangs in the Cyclone. And Snow Carta got back to spawn, but still couldn't survive. As the Monarchs already over halfway to where Oneonta last had it. Looking to make some changes. In comes the Deadeye from Saturnius, looking for a lane. Nowhere to shoot. All of the Monarchs back away. The barrier gone on the side of PM Chick. It's back up and running. Mojo Jojo's gone, and that's the support out of the way. That's all the healing gone from Kings. Faintest and PM Chick fall. Link trying to hold his own with the potion. But Corridor knocks out 2 using the laser vision. TPN's out of the fight as well. Link's gone so low. Pixie's gone though, as well as Link. Pixie switching over to the Roadhog as well. Monarchs have to fall back. 76.97 on the board, but it's not the 78.6. So Monarchs need a little bit more. Vergio already revived. Snowcard on the Sigma, has the ult ready, as well as Moira with Furo, and the Deadeyes back online. Up top, the battle goes to Corridor. As the Monarchs can't even contest the point. Mojo Jojo gone again. Sigma slams down 2. And TPN's fallen. Both the supports gone. Link falls as well as PM Chick. And the second push from the Monarchs fails. Link on the Zarya. Switches to Sigma. PM Chick to Winston. Link back on Zarya. TPN on the Moira. 4 ults ready for Oneonta. 2 minutes, 45 to go. Mojo Jojo staying on top of Faintest, who has the Rocket Barrage ready. Off they go. Moving on in is PM Chick. Misses the spot, though, as well as Faintest as the Deadeye comes on out. Looking for some targets to knock down, but gets none. The Baptiste barrier from Mofuro, but Vergio in the back with 4! He falls, but so many from Oneonta are down. Kings so close to victory. Almost there. Mofuro gone, Snow Carta gone. One more push to bring the payload home. They're close. They're there. They've taken down Corridor, but still able to contest. Furo with the last-ditch effort ult. Saturnius is gone. They can't quite push him back enough. The slam down, the Wrecking Ball comes on out from Snow Carta. It's got some good damage and some good stalling time, which is what they need right now. PM Chick able to take down 3, and the ult right on back. The Moira laser from TPN knocks out a few. The Monarchs so close. The Wrecking Ball gone. Monarchs finish it up. The 3-0 sweep over SUNY Oneonta.
Play of the game.
As Vergio will have a look at that play towards the end. Just like the last map, dives on in the back line, all of them clumped up. Nothing they can do. Too much damage for Oneonta the Bear, and it cost them the series. Monarchs sweep Oneonta 3-0 and take the victory. That'll be all for King's College Esports here today. There'll be one more matchup this week as League of Legends will have a fight tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Thank you very much for joining us here on King's College Esports on twitch.tv/KingsPA Esports. We will see you tomorrow.